Hello everyone! Today we are going to do a complete reset, both of our physical and digital spaces, to welcome next year with everything in order and a lot of positive energy. This is a video that is part of a series of 3 videos to prepare together for 2025 that you will not want to miss. But before we start, I'm Dani, a digital illustrator and owner of a small business, and here on my channel I share my day-to-day life as an artist, entrepreneur, and organization and planning enthusiast. Now, let's get started. First, I start with a reset of my physical space by organizing my apartment and decorating it for this Christmas season. I start by organizing and decorating my room with a Christmas duvet with red details that stand out. I think this time of year is one of my favorites because in addition to creating family moments, the decorations are red, which is my favorite color, and I love how it stands out in all my spaces. After organizing this space, I move on to the living room and dining room. As you can see, I had it upside down, so I immediately go to work organizing and cleaning. Little by little, I am collecting the details and decorations that I had from the fall season to make way for Christmas. Now, I start putting up the Christmas tree with Christmas music in the background to feel that warm atmosphere of December time. This year, my decorations have a theme that I love: red color decorations with Christmas balls, flowers, candles, and more details. On the tree, I also include some Christmas balls that we bought last year with the names of our family and the year engraved on them, as a souvenir of our first Christmas at home as husband and wife. At another time together with my husband, we organized our clothes, looking at what we wanted to leave behind and what we could donate. This helps us to stop accumulating clothes and other things that we no longer use and that may be useful to other people. And this is how I finished the organization and decoration of my spaces, and everything is beautiful and shiny. The second part of this reset is to organize my digital spaces. For me, it is essential to have order on my computer, iPad, and applications, because this saves me a lot of time and avoids frustration during the year. I start by reviewing the files on my desktop and deleting the ones I no longer need on my computer. Then, I use an external hard drive to save photos and valuable files. This not only helps me to save space on my computer, but also prevents future problems. Several times this year, I ran out of space just when I needed it the most, and that caused me to waste time organizing files at the last minute. For this reason, I want to make it part of my quarterly routine in 2025, so that I can always have my files and videos in order without having to save things that I already used and I don't need anymore. As you can see, now I have more space available for my future YouTube videos and other big projects that I have in mind. Continuing with the organization of my digital spaces, the next step is to clean and organize the files on my iPad. I start with GoodNotes, where I review which documents are still useful and which I no longer need. For example, I decided to delete some notebooks from an specialization I did in 2020. Although they were important at the time, I now know I won't use them again. In addition, I also delete other PDF files and journals that are no longer necessary. Also, I took advantage of this reset to clean my files in the cloud. I recently got a notification telling me that my space was almost full, so I went through all folders, deleted files I no longer needed, and better organized important documents. Not only this free up space, but it also gives me peace of mind knowing that everything I have in the cloud is actually useful and in the right place. Afterwards, I focused on Procreate. I had a lot of files from 2023 when I started more seriously with my illustration process. For some time now, when I am working on an illustration or commission that is a little heavier, the application freezes or sometimes closes with a warning. Although fortunately it always saves my progress, I am afraid that one day it will close completely and I will lose not only my progress but important files that I still need. And to save the files, I recently discovered something incredible that I don't know if you already knew. I can connect an external hard drive directly to the iPad, which saves me a lot of time. Before, what I did was transfer my files to the computer with AirDrop and then save them to the external memory, and I wasted a lot of time. But now I do it directly from the iPad, saving my illustrations in JPEG format. I don't save them in Procreate format because I don't think I need to save my files in this way, and I rarely go back to my previous illustrations and make any modifications to them. So I just save them as images. Behind the scenes, I also took some time to review, delete, and sort through photos and videos on my phone, which honestly was already about to run out of space. It was a somewhat long process, but super necessary to start the year with everything in order and free up that space that is always needed. Plus, I found moments that brought back a lot of beautiful memories while organizing, so it was totally worth it. In the end, I saved important files, deleted others, and organized all the ones I left in groups related to projects I'm currently working on and in orders I have for this Christmas season. I also leave some files in Procreate which I plan to use in this new year for new projects I have in mind. As you can see, I am left with fewer files and illustrations in Procreate, so I hope the app does not crash or close anymore. In the future, I plan to design covers for these groups so that everything is even more beautiful, functional, and with similar earth-tone colors, which is what I like these days. With this, I finished my reset of physical and digital spaces for 2025. Now everything is ready to start next year with order and motivation. Before finishing, I want to know, how are you organizing yourself to welcome this new year? Do you have any tips or tricks that have worked for you? Leave it to me below in the comments. I would love to read them. I'll see you next week to review our 2024 year and plan our goals for 2025. If you like this video, leave a like and follow me so you don't miss the next preparation and reset video for 2025. See you next week. Bye-bye.